We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check. Walk 54.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Don't say nothing.
Dalton now to pass. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Coming 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, whoa.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Rodgers going to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's how we do, D.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check the hot read.
A give to Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, 626.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He gets it to Brown, complete. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw once more. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 20-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 22, Dalton. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Right there.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this 1st half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
They'll run with Lindsey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming up.
And this is going to be caught by Smith for a jet touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now on 1st down. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now Austin. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
55's my guy. Heavy. Cut. Tight dog.
Here you go, 368.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Tackles.
Dalton sets up play action. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, this first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Telvin Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Rodgers. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton off play action. He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On second down now. It's Lindsey. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
368.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And an alley to run. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he's on to punt for New York. Returnable for Thomas. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
258.
When's the mark? Watch one. Watch one.
You must be 258.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Gets this one left side to Pettis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Let's bring it. Alert flare.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. Right there.
Defense offsides here. Freebie for Dalton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shift.
On second down, it's Lindsey. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Second and goal from the 1. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be second and goal.
Hands up, leave!
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Phillip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We are going.
Watch one.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Switch.
Rodgers on 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
McKinnon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Browns' 1-yard line.
In the backfield, standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
No. 158.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Bell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time. Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that,